Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hello, my name is Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. It's quite simply the best way to support this show. If you need it, Amazon has it, and you can get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Bookmark it, please.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Good morning. The website.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
The website Fast Company analyzed restaurant menus in all 50 states to figure out what each state eats way more of than the average. And there are a lot of takeaways, but one stands above everything. You know, Rob, I should probably do this with. Are you challenged today with being fleet of foot?
A little bit, but what
music?
do you need? What do you need?
Well, that 50s, you know, that ding, ding, ding.
I know
ding,
exactly what you want. Give me 1 second. Give me one
It just
moment.
sounds like, because the setup for this would be, you know, it's one of those silly little surveys, and I thought it was fascinating.
Fast Company.
And sometimes they catch my eye.
A magazine I take at my home.
Do you take
You
Fast
do?
Company?
I do take it.
You do take Fast Company?
Yes.
Do you
I
buy
It's a
that?
business magazine.
Do you buy that
It
for
is.
1 second?
No, I
It's
get
one of the-
Tomo and I both get Fast Company at our homes.
Of course you do.
Did you say,
Probably-
oh, God? Sorry. Sorry, we're
Probably
entrepreneurs. Well, him
One of
more
the
than
reasons
I.
why I'll someday be asking Oscar, can I have just one more long weekend, please? But anyway, that's the way it's going to go. You know, it's like, please, Oscar. Well, you had one 2 weeks ago. Oh, all right. The website Fast Company analyzed restaurant menus in all 50 states to figure out what each state eats way more of than the average. And there are a lot of takeaways, but one stands above everything. America loves ranch dressing.
Jeez.
This is
Nine
why.
of the-
This is why the world hates us. You know that.
9 of the 50 states have ranch dressing on the menu at 41% of their restaurants or more.
Question: when you get buffalo wings or hot wings,
Yes.
you get them with blue cheese or ranch?
Ranch, baby.
Idiot.
Ranch.
Blau cheese.
Yeah,
Rob.
and I've been trying to school Robert on this. I say, Robert, you're not doing it right. He says, ranch.
I'm with Robert.
The
Yes,
average
you are.
state has ranch dressing on 1 out of 4 menus. In other words, the study sounds more interesting than it is. Because it also tracked random words about how food is prepared and presented, like creamy, warmed, dip, and blended, as opposed to specific favorite state dishes. But some states do stand alone with a unique food. The winner is New Mexico. Okay, so New Mexico had something that appeared on the menu on 51% of the restaurant menus in New Mexico.
Is it a Mexican favorite? Is it an ethnic favorite?
It is, I would say you are absolutely spot on. Nationwide, it's only 2%, but it was on 51% of New Mexico menus.
Gotta be enchiladas.
That is incorrect, oh Buffalo Breath.
Salsa?
No, that is incorrect.
As fun to say as it is to eat.
And you know what? It's something I have not enjoyed a lot of, but I hear down there it's a big deal, and you have to try it.
What is it?
And it's green chilies.
Yes, they do love them down there. They're milder and a
Green
more complex
chilies.
flavor. Yeah.
Yeah, only nationwide 2%. Here are some of the other states with unique foods, and keep in mind the methods behind the study were sort of weird.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little odd the way they did it. Number 1 item on menus in Connecticut.
Okay.
Would you like to guess, boys?
Number 1 item is Hush Puppies.
No,
That
I
is
don't think
incorrect.
Is it fried diamonds?
It is not fried diamonds. Is that a rich thing?
Yes, because it's
Are
very
you doing
rich
a rich
state,
thing?
isn't
Because
it?
that's your Northern Virginia stereotypical view of Connecticut that it's diamonds because Connecticut is Letterman and Martha Stewart and all that down in Greenwich. See, I consider that being from Connecticut. I consider that a suburb of New York.
All right, then.
It is.
Well, since you're
work
from
pi-
Connecticut,
I work picking tobacco. You son of a.
Wow. then it has to be something more home style. Is it mac and cheese?
No, it is not, and you'd never get it
All right, what is it?
because you wouldn't think that part of the
Mac,
name of it.
Mac has a guess.
No, Mac
Mac-
was He was referring to the fact that I said mac and cheese. He just got excited that he heard his name.
Oh,
Here
my
it is now.
God.
Yes, yeah.
You know
hey,
what?
and in the next few
I'm
weeks,
sorry.
remember, one day we're coming in here, Spotlight on Mac. We're going to talk all about his diseases.
That's right. Medical
Yeah,
corner,
it's gonna-
Mike.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
As a matter of fact, one of his diseases is called mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Oh, that's nasty. That just made my stomach do a little somersault right there. All right, number 1 in Connecticut?
Yes.
Clams.
Oh,
clams.
delicious clams.
Clam.
Cohogs, Mike.
Now, in Florida, what do you
fuzzy
think it is in Florida? The statewide on menus more than anything else. Now, I would have gotten this one. What do you think it is?
It's a signature dish down there. Is it grouper?
Grouper, Rob
Grouper.
Spiewak with the tip in. Now, see, Rob has kicked in now. He's gone out of comedy mode, and he's going into the serious Jeopardy mode, which is going to be okay for this quiz.
Goliath grouper.
Goliath grouper, yeah, the big ones. Georgia, what do you think, Georgia? What's on Georgia's
Peach.
menu? Peach is not correct.
It's southern. I
Yep,
would say
that's right. You're right, Rob. You're on the right track with that.
Is it fried? Is it something fried?
No, it is not fried.
Then it is
And
broiled?
It's a staple. No, it's not broiled.
Grits.
Grits with Oscar Santana.
Yeah.
All right, for
Awesome
the bonus, though.
job.
For the bonus, can he describe or tell us what grits are?
Can you tell us what grits are?
Yeah, it's
Oscar Santana.
It's like the spam of breakfast meats, right?
No, it is not.
You know what? Let's just let
So
him slide
sad
on
that
that.
he gets the correct answer, then he just
Boo.
boots it.
Yeah,
It's
meal.
It's cornmeal.
Yeah.
Really,
Ah.
it's cornmeal. All of it.
Why do they call it
Hawaii. What do you think's number 1 on menus in Hawaii?
Pineapple.
That is incorrect.
I'll say spam.
You know, spam is a
it's-
good guess because they love their canned meats.
No, it's ahi tuna.
I love
All
me
right,
some ahi tuna.
Louisiana. What's number 1 in Louisiana? You got New
Shrimp.
Orleans down there.
Crawfish.
Shrimpish,
Crawfish.
crawfish. Oscar Santana. 2 correct answers.
Yeah,
Wow.
eat it.
But does he
Literally.
does he know what a crawfish is?
Yeah.
There we go. Maryland.
cousin.
What do you think's on the menu in
Oh,
Maryland?
crabs.
Got to be crabs.
Crab cake's absolutely number 1. I'll give you crab cake.
Crabs.
Minnesota. This is an oddball one here. Minnesota. You'll never get this one.
Ooh, wow.
Minnesota. Jelly beans?
Jelly beans. No. Sorry. It's walleye. You'll never get
What's
it. That's why I'm giving
walleye?
it.
It's a fish.
Walleye's a fish.
Oh, I never
It's
knew
like a
that.
pike, isn't it?
It's like, I don't know. I thought it's like a bass.
Hey there, my name is Bass.
Hello there, walleye. New Jersey. What's number 1 in New Jersey?
Oh, it's gravy fries.
No, not gravy. Gravy fries. No, it's not gravy fries.
Is it pizza?
It's not pizza.
They love their pizza.
But you're close. You're close, Rob. You're close. You get another guess. Think close to that. Same kind of type of food stuff.
I
you
got
know?
it.
Okay, I defer to Oscar.
Calzones.
Calzone is incorrect, but wait,
Oh.
maybe I shouldn't have said close. It's cheesesteaks.
Oh, okay. By the way, did you see what the good governor is on a trip?
No.
Governor Christie is in Mexico.
Is he really?
Yes, he's trying to talk about, brokering trading because they ship stuff to Mexico. He wants to broker deals for Mexico to ship stuff to New Jersey, and everyone's saying, this is his first step into international trade relations for our next president.
Hey, way to go,
Muy
Christie.
bueno, fat man.
This is the ultimate wild card in the state of New York. Number 1 on menus, eggplant.
Oh,
really?
That must be because of all the Italian restaurants that serve eggplant parm. I
that
think so.
makes sense.
I hate
All right,
eggplant.
North Carolina
the worst.
coleslaw, Ohio banana peppers. That's a weird one.
That
But
is.
Ohio has banana peppers. Pennsylvania hoagies, not to be confused with Jersey, which was cheesesteaks.
Yes.
Texas. What do you think's number 1 in Texas?
Bullets.
Buffalo wings.
No, jalapenos.
Delicious.
And the only other one they give us here is Wisconsin. Which
Oh,
is,
the cheese. The cheese. Fried cheese.
Cheddar cheese. You are both correct with that. So now we will wrap this up by going to our hometowns and finding out what is number 1 on menus there. We go first to Rob Spiewak. Rob, what is we'll start with Oscar Santana.
Okay.
Oscar, what is number 1 in Glover Park menus? What do they have on
corruption.
Glover Park menus? What's that?
Corruption. It's DC.
Okay, thank you.
Delicious.
Thank you very much. Rob, what about Leesburg? What's
Oh,
on menus?
Mike, you can't go to a restaurant in Leesburg without ordering a nice big slice of Fat Mom pie.
Fat Mom Pie. There we go. And down here in Estero, you can't go into a restaurant without seeing on any menu, guys. And want to thank Oscar Santana for writing this one for me.
Yes.
That's right. Any restaurant in Estero, Florida, if you walk in the door and you open up that menu, you know what's at the top of the list?
What?
Boniva.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
closing in on a decision.
Good.
I think the beige is the best interior, and I think with the dark brown, that's the best combination.
That's the most beautiful combination on the lot.
All right, so tell me again, everything, tax, license, out the door, in my garage.
Well, I don't know where your garage is, but it's $44,420.
Wow.
All right?
It's a lot of money for a car, isn't it?
It's not a car, Mr. Howard. It's a Mercedes, and that's the difference.
No, I know it's a Mercedes, but it's just still a lot of money.
Well, maybe you shouldn't buy the car then. Get a Nova.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, there's no extras, right? That's it? That's everything. I don't imagine at that price I'd have to add.
Now, just leather. That's all you'd have to add. Nothing else.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't come with leather.
No, sir, it does not. That's why I told you you'd have to add it.
Well, what's in there?
Well, it's what they call Mercedes leather.
What would that be?
Well, it's a very thick vinyl. Beautiful seat. I would prefer that.
So let's call it that then.
Fine. Beautiful thick vinyl seat. But I have it.
Gee, isn't that something? Wouldn't you think there'd be leather in there?
I'll tell you what. If you buy the car, I'll put some shoes in it, okay?
Okay.
All right.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
Albert Brooks talking to Albert Brooks and the fabulous film Lost in America and the definitive, in fact, the textbook impersonation of an a-hole sales guy.
Yes!
Done in that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was Albert Brooks on the other line.
You
and
know
I
what?
always thought that was
My
special.
favorite part of that clip is when he goes, "Okay."
Okay. That's why I was told you. That's why I told you to add it. You know. Oh God, what a dick. I mean, fantastic. I love that. Never get tired of hearing that. Welcome to the show, live from the Cappy Pfeiffer Studios. Cappy Pfeiffer having a little back surgery today, and we wish her the very, very best in the whole wide world. We love you, Cappy, and you get a speedy recovery to you and a great rehab, and get that back on track. And make sure you tell me who your doctor is. Anyway, this is the Mike O'Mara Show. We are powered by Encore Insurance Services with over 24 million downloads heard daily at MikeO'MaraShow.com and exclusively over the air on the mighty 1630 KCJJ in the heart of the heartland. Go Hawks! The Mike O'Mara Show is a daily podcast and radio show with the greatest listeners on the planet. Why?
Why, Mike?
Because they get it. Our show today is brought to you by FanDuel. It's finally here, people. The opening week of the NFL. Do we have I know I'm making, maybe it's just by design now that your iPads are crapping out today.
Yes.
But I'm asking for all this this music, but I would think that NFL, din, 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 that stuff would
I'm
be so
familiar with
perfect.
what you want. Give me one second. Yes.
Well, because, we're talking about FanDuel, and it is the opening week of the NFL regular season. And I think
This
when you're talking
Thursday,
about
Mike. Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night,
Yes.
and Rofo, make sure we get that lineup in because that's right, real football. None of this preseason stuff. It's your last chance to join FanDuel before opening weekend, so get moving. Millions of people play fantasy football, but FanDuel is the best because you can win cash each and every week with immediate cash payouts. Now you better fade it out or they'll get in trouble. No season-long commitment.
Oh, yeah, I
no
forgot
upfront
about that
fees,
letter.
and contest entry fees start at just $1. And the money is real. FanDuel has more players and pays out more cash than all the other one-week fantasy sites combined. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
This year they're going to give out $400 million.
Wow.
Remember, FanDuel.com. Click the microphone in the upper right-hand corner and use the code TMOS. The first 50 to use that TMOS code get their deposit matched up to $200. That's free money. FanDuel.com, where every week is a new season. That's FanDuel.com. Sign up today. Yeah, my back, I told
wrenched
Rob.
it?
I moved to Florida, and I came back from Maine for a month, and I came down here, and my body has begun to completely fail me right and left. It's, I walked into the living room earlier today, and she said, "How you doing?" I said, Well, Carla, my body wins. My body that hates to exercise wins again. Wins again. Mike gets into the gym, only his third week in the gym, and my body's saying to me, "No, we don't want you to go back again. We don't want you to do squats. We don't want you to do seated rows or bench presses. We don't want you. We're going to put your back in such a state that it's not going to be able to work anymore." And I'm just pissed.
Well, you see,
I'm
the thing
sick
is,
of my genetics. I am so effing sick of my genetics. I could barf.
your
I
back,
really could.
Your back is unaccustomed to what you've been handing it.
Yeah,
and
but
you
it's
need
not,
to power
you
through.
You got to realize how minimal the exercises I was doing were. I know it's what caused it,
Sure.
but how minimal. We're talking about 80 pounds in a seated row, okay? That's not grandmother weight, but it's not heavy weight relative to anything. And it's weight that I can rep 4 times and then do the 4th one to failure, and it's not a big deal. But something middle part of my back, halfway down, there's a particular muscle, did not like this exercise, and it has screamed at me. And the chiropractor, Dr. Gentle, that I went to yesterday,
That can't be his real name.
Dr. Timid Gentle, who I went to visit yesterday.
Dr. Timid Gentle? Yeah.
Rob, you've had your back adjusted, right?
Oh, you know what? One of the biggest mistakes ever, I went once to a female chiropractor.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
ridiculous.
watched, when she tried to adjust me, I watched
I
her
went to
bounce.
the same one. Rob and I went to the same one.
I've never
she
been
weighed
to a
like 100.
chiropractor
She weighed
before.
like 103 pounds. Thank God you've never been. But you've had a bad back and you've never gone to a chiropractor.
they're not real doctors.
They're not. But you would
got a
love
point.
the fact.
You got a point,
You
pal.
see, but Oscar would love a chiropractor because a chiropractor is half doctor and half get your money. They're a businessman, right? And what they love is they say, now here I've got for you. I want you to look over these stretches, and I also want you to look at what we have a wellness plan for you. For one flat fee, you can come in as often as you want.
I believe in chiropractors. I just think there are different, just like any other business. There are great
I believe in them too.
chiropractors.
Oh, yeah.
And there are guys that aren't so great.
Yeah, you're right.
I believe in him too, and I'm going to go in today. I got a massage today, a therapeutic massage, and I'm going in and I'm going to say to the chiropractor, thank you.
Did you give the?
No, not that kind of place. It's right off the lobby.
Oh, they speak
But
English.
anyway, it's, thank you. So I'm going to say to the guy,
He'll know when it's over. I know that.
do you think he'll be?
There's a very definite ending point.
Do you think he'll be pissed off if I look at him when I go over to this office today and I say, "Can you give me a real adjustment?" Because the adjustment I got was like this.
You need a guy that can
you need a guy that's
actually
gonna crack you.
Yeah, you've got to hear the crack.
Does it feel great?
No, after it does. During it hurts. I go to a guy in Loudoun County when I go to him, and he is a beast. And I used to say, "Come on, let's make it crack." And he used to hate that because it's kind of a disrespect to his craft. But now it's gotten to a point where I want to hear it and I want to feel it because I know that's the adjustment. That's going to make my back and my hands.
It's going to move the disc,
Yeah.
and it's going to move the vertebrae, and it's going to move stuff around a little bit, and
I might
move
wanna
the
go see a
tendons
guy.
down there, and
Yeah,
do
you
all
should.
that crap.
Wow.
It's a pain.
You know what's helped my back out?
What's that?
Yoga. That's the one thing that's helped my
You
back
know what?
out.
Of all the people that I interviewed, and one of the interviews that I will always remember for my entire life, I will remember Diamond Dallas Page coming into the studio and telling me that he could hardly walk because of his back pain, and then taking his right foot and lifting his right foot vertically above his head and saying, "That's what I can do now." And he did it because of yoga. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yoga, brother!
I'm still searching. Yeah, man. Yeah, brother.
Got yoga, brother.
So I don't know. I mean, I think you might have a point there.
Well,
I, mean,
I got to tell you, I know we briefly talked about it, and the only reason I'm bringing it up now is because I've had just nagging back pain for, I want to say, the better part of 8 months that I've just been dealing with on my own, right?
Yeah, I've got a nagging pain in my ass.
And it's me.
No. You see, it's silly.
But I'll say that I took this class, and Shannon's been asking me to
Well,
take
let's
her
talk
class
about this
forever.
because the fact is you went to Shannon's yoga class.
Yeah, a real
and
yoga class, yeah.
I was stunned that you have waited this long, that you have never, gone to her real class. She's an instructor now,
Yeah,
right?
a full-time instructor. She's going to class. She's going back to school at Maryland, but she is certified, and she's got I think a little over 200 hours of teaching under her belt now. And I hadn't been to a class, and she'd asked me a zillion times, and I said, "Look, I don't have time for these fairy tales and gumdrop dreams you have. I got to make money to pay the mortgage."
So
right?
you basically diminished her entire existence.
I didn't say that. I said, "You go and do your back bends. I'll go and make the dollars that make this engine work." Right?
Welcome to Yoga in One.
Yes.
With Shannon Katie.
Yeah, and I finally went because we had a long weekend, and the entire weekend I'd been working and out of the house. So I said, Monday, fine, we'll do something together. I go begrudgingly, And
Did you have other people in the class, or was it just you?
I went to one of her classes. She had to teach on Monday.
Now, she doesn't have her own studio. She works for another
at a
firm,
place
right?
called Epic Yoga in downtown D.C. in DuPont Circle, right?
So that's a big place, right? Lots of yoga instructors at this
Yeah,
place?
yeah, but she's the manager there as well, so she's got a great job there. She runs the place with
Okay,
another
good.
lady.
That's cool. That's very cool.
And I go. It's a beautiful space, gorgeous. I'd never been there before. I'd seen pictures, so I was like, "Oh, this is pretty nice." And
Oscar?
yes.
Is it serene?
It's a little serene, but it's also, I felt like, it's just so clean and perfect. I didn't feel peace. I just felt like, okay, this is a classy joint. I could do yoga here.
It's a classy joint, Mike. Is it serene? No, it's more like the Venetian. It's a classy joint.
Yeah, I felt
It's
like
one of the better piles of bricks that he's ever been in.
Now, do they have a mirrored wall?
They do. They have one mirrored wall in one of the studios for their bar classes.
I see.
Yes.
The bar class.
Bar classes? What, like tending?
Exactly.
No, not bartending.
Go slice those oranges.
You have lawyers that come in there?
No.
Mike, they pass the bar. Those guys.
Yeah, I pass the bar every time I walk by that joint. I don't want to stop in this pile of bricks.
It's stack of bricks.
Kidding, of course.
Stack
Mike.
of bricks.
I'm
Stack
kidding.
of bricks. I got a stack of bricks. That's the
This
way
is
it
a classy joint.
Look at this stack of bricks. Man, where's the bar?
So,
All right.
So we start the class, and I see her in a different light because I see her in her teacher mode, and I'm like, Jesus, like she really knows what she's talking about here.
I've seen her in a different light with that video she posted.
And,
Easy, Tiger.
And
Okay,
I start going through the motions.
How would you say the teacher Shannon differs from Pep Talk Shannon?
Oh, well, teacher Shannon is actually taking care of business. And Pep Talk Shannon, which doesn't happen maybe once a week.
That's all. Just once a week, Mike.
Well, look, she can't expect me to do the laundry. I'm not that guy, you know?
Well, she's also relaxing at home, or at least
Yeah.
she tries to. When,
Well,
when the dictator's not home,
how
she's
many
relaxing.
episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians can you watch? So, now they're in Thailand? They were just in Greece. What am I supposed to do with this? That's what I walked into the other day.
Well, she's got to escape. She wants to escape into the world of Chloe and Zoe and Rachel and Tito.
What I found is this, that I picked up another book that I've been reading recently, and it actually pushed me to go to yoga, not necessarily because I wanted to spend time with my girlfriend, see what she had to do, but
the title of the book, by the way, is "Better Yourself," because right now you suck.
That's
the new book. That's the new self-improvement.
Mike
book that he's
O'Mara's
reading.
Better Yourself.
Yes, better
no,
yourself.
come on.
Picture me in a wheelchair down here in Florida. That's the cover. Better Yourself.
And the forward, Mike, it's a great book. The forward is written by America's most ineffective chiropractor. So,
Dr. Gentle Timid. All right, so where are you? What are you doing?
What
are you looking for in your computer?
Real quick.
You don't remember it?
It's Success Through Stillness, and that's what it's called, right?
yeah, that's my story, Mike.
It's meditation made simple.
Rob at the board. Success through lack of motion.
Success Through Stillness, meditation made simple. And it's by Russell Simmons, who found meditation.
The Def Comedy Jam?
No, the Def Jam Records guy, yes.
Okay,
And Def
yeah.
Comedy Jam. So, yeah,
Okay.
he's got a lot of, not just...
Kick it! Yeah, boy!
No.
Don't move and find your inner peace, boy!
Right.
You guys are the worst.
Look, when I'm looking at a health guru, I'm not looking for Russell. I'm looking for Richard.
Well, he's
Thank
an
you very much.
He's an
Very nice,
entrepreneur.
Mike. Very nice.
Right.
He's also, Mike, I have the best self-help book from CeeLo Green. Also great. It's called Delete Your Tweets.
That'll be in the news. I think I've got CeeLo in the news.
Let me be clear. The book talks about how Russell, as an entrepreneur, found his successes. And the way that he worked his way through every one of his ventures and eventually found yoga and then found meditation, and those are the keys to his success now. He credits it as meditation as saving his life. And
How old of a fellow is he now?
I can tell you right now. But he talks about it in a way that you can't, like, you really don't think about.
Don't worry about finding how old he is. I don't care.
Okay.
I was hoping
Thank
he could
you.
sort of ballpark it.
Let's say
56.
65.
He's
reading the book.
56. He's
56.
a year older than Mike. So,
Okay, very good.
And
That puts it in perspective.
just And I heard this guy in a couple different interviews and a couple different shows, and I was like, this guy effing, he's not this type of a yogi or meditation guy that's like throwing it in your face.
Hey, boo-boo.
So if he has something to say to this, I'll read his book. I'll actually see what it's all about.
So that got you interested in yoga?
Yeah. So I went to Shannon's class, and this was Monday, right?
Right.
I went to her class yesterday as well, and I'm going to her class today.
Now, yoga.
So you, I believe, are all in on this.
I'll say that, one, I'm all in because the stillness that you find, and I haven't completely found it yet, I found, but more importantly, my back has not felt better. I kid you not. I haven't found that peace that everybody's searching for, and I hope to find it one day.
I thought she was teaching the class.
No.
Hey.
No, the ask quota is high, like off the
Really?
Richter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
so
my
there's
God, it's
another.
wild.
There's another. They're
Yeah,
all wearing their yoga
but
pants.
my
That's
back,
where they invented them.
My back feels so much
What
better.
is the stretch you do for your back? What is the stretch you do for your back?
I couldn't even tell you, man. I couldn't. There's every stretch you do is basically involves your back. Because
How many poses did you do in the first class?
I
All
would
the crazy
say-
poses, Mike.
I would say I did at least 12 poses.
12 different poses?
Yes.
Now, what if you're a big schlub like me and you're not fit like
That's
you
the
are?
beauty of it. They give you different iterations of those poses because you can do some of them the way that they do them, and then you can do some of them the way that just guys that are starting out can do them.
For example, Mike, he's doing downward dog. I would do dead dog. They're
Downward
just,
dog?
No, you would
Is
do
that a real
you would do
pose?
child's pose.
The child's pose.
You would do child's pose.
No, it's about.
Can you
it's
show
all
me,
about the
even
core
over there,
strength,
can
right?
you show me maybe a child's pose
Oh,
for
it's
one of
easy.
your...
It's
okay,
easy.
show
Yeah,
me
yeah.
something.
You want me to get up on
show
the
me
table here?
Okay, so
Don't get on the table.
Why?
You're catching me at a very
It's like
impressionable
being
time
a good
here.
guys.
You walk into the class. What is something?
There's no buffet.
Okay.
What is something you do? What is something you do right from? Oh wait, we got to take a break.
Oh, it's time?
We have to take a break, and when we come back,
I'll
Oscar
get in
will
child's pose.
get in child's pose mode, and we'll take a break and come back, and they'll show me poses because right now I can hardly stand.
You're not
'cause of
taking
my
your
back.
pants off, are you? He's undoing his pants here.
Is that a drawstring? I'm going to throw up. We're going to take a break. We'll come back on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hey, man, you know what? You got to check us out. The Tony Perkins Show featuring Gary Stein. I'm Tony.
I'm Gary.
Do you know who's been on this show so far?
No, who?
People like Steve Sharippa from The Sopranos.
Yeah.
Jeff Bostic of the Washington Redskins.
Yeah.
Dirk Benedict from the A-Team.
Right.
Who else?
Fred Astaire.
Fred Astaire's never been on the show.
Cary Grant.
They're dead, Gary. They're dead.
I like dead people.
Oh, my God. Please check us out at TonyPerkinsShow.com.
Sorry.
The Tony Perkins Show.
All right. Normally we linger on the Amazon spot. Support the show. MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Please do that for us. We'd appreciate that. Rob, do you have today's Amazon purchase? What's today's? And now here to tell us about the Amazon. Do you have to get your music?
I do, but I have
All right,
it.
ladies and gentlemen, stay in that position, Oscar. We'll talk to you in a minute.
All day.
And now with today's Amazon purchase through the Mike O'Mara Show portal, here's Rob Spiewak.
It's the Roku One streaming player on sale this week, Mike, at Amazon Prime. Enjoy stunning high-definition video quality. Immerse yourself in the action with rich, vibrant video streaming up to 1080p HD. You know what, Mike? It's great for streaming. Hulu Plus. Back to you, Mike.
Always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon, the best way to save money and support this show. Bookmark Amazon at MikeO'MaraShow.com and rest easy, my friend. All right, back to the show. Meanwhile, I'm trying to do this commercial, and Oscar is in this very homoerotic position, sitting on top of the.
This is a variant on one of my favorite Oscars, which is Serpentine Oscar. When Oscar is building a studio, it looks like you've threaded a rope through strings and you just pull him through. Have you ever seen a dog on the skills challenge go back and forth in between the sticks? The
Yeah,
dog
absolutely,
That's
yeah.
how Oscar looks when he's wiring a studio. So now Oscar is climbing on the console.
Well, I wanted to show you child's pose.
And now
this
he's
is
pulled
this
the
is
mic
when
to him. He's just so
this is the
comfortable.
moment when I wish everybody watched the show on video, because we put the time and effort into providing a high quality, high definition picture for you, and this is why we do this, because the people that are watching it right now on TV or will watch it later on YouTube or wherever they want to see it, I will tell you this is the benefit, because you get to see this fun stuff.
Well, I want to make sure they see the entire pose. Oh, you got another one going? Hey.
You know what? This is really
All
disgusting.
right, so I'll show you child's pose, and then we can move on.
All right, child's pose first. You were doing that before when you
Yeah.
were just kind of
Hold on.
squatted down.
And Mike, as the
This
boss,
is also called prison pose.
as
That's child's pose. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now
yeah. Here we
with
go.
The back, with the
Yeah.
condition my back's in.
Yeah.
All right, that's child's
You gotta
pose.
wear the right shorts so you get a lot of ass crack.
Yeah. Very nice. Mike, as the boss of the show, can you insist that he gets off the table now?
sorry.
Because it's
Well,
really, it's
are you done?
making me
Is that it?
uneasy.
Yeah,
I mean,
please
that's
get
child's
done.
pose. I could show
Thank you very much.
Woman Warrior 1 tomorrow.
Oh, I'd
Roman
like
Warrior
to,
1.
I'd
All right,
like to
a
see
pose a
that
day.
today. Can I see Woman Warrior today?
Well, he'll have to get back up on the table.
No, it's a whole thing.
It's a whole
right,
thing.
yeah,
All right, tomorrow. Tune in for that,
You know what?
folks.
I'll wear better clothes.
All right, did you say that you really do believe this is better for your back, though?
I
You
wouldn't.
believe this?
It's not convenient for me to go down there because if you work in the city, it is. But I have to go down there and fight for parking to get in there. It's so worth it that I actually go out of my way to make it happen. That's what I'm talking
Will
about.
this replace your CrossFit?
No, it's actually will be the best thing. It'll be the reason why my back gets tight is because I'm lifting all that weight, right?
Okay, so they're going to play with each other.
And
I
they'll
just
work
gotten
together.
done- I'm in my third week, and I did Monday, and I'm supposed to go to the gym today, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it because my back is so.
You know what
screwed
you
up.
could do? You could do a low impact yoga class if you could find that, and then your back would actually get better in the long run.
Really?
Because you could
I'd love to do it.
you could alternate, and you'll get a bunch of emails and messages that say that they're kind of they're conflicting exercises where
Okay.
you're stretching and then you're building. But I believe even if you incorporated a couple yoga classes a week or even one a week, and you did the lifting you're doing, the low impact, that would be at least a nice compromise.
If he found
I
a
hope
good
so.
yogi, they could
Yeah.
probably lead him the right path.
Yeah.
So they played together, right?
And
huh?
I kid you not, like. I would support Shannon 100%, and I love her, and I'm happy that she's found something that she's passionate about. Now,
Bravo, Rob.
He loves her.
Bravo.
That's so nice to hear.
Yes.
We don't hear that enough.
And
Yes, indeed, you do.
but to really see her teach the way she did, I was so proud of her. I felt my back felt amazing. I really felt that this is something I could do in the long run. I hope to practice and really learn what that.
How long does the class take?
It's an hour. It's an hour.
Okay.
I want to learn what it's all about. One, but I also this feeling of waking up without these knots in my back.
Sure.
Oh my God! It's like
So
it's
when
addicting.
you went in, did you take a classic beginner's class? Is that what you took?
I just went into a regular class, and
Now,
everybody.
what is a regular?
Levels.
Is a regular class a beginner? Anybody can go into a regular class.
It should say on the description for the class, just say all, not advanced. Don't take it
All
advanced
levels.
class. All levels. All levels.
All levels.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you ever do it, Rob?
No.
Why? Why not? Why,
It's just not me. It's been a good run, Mike. I got
Rob, you're in your mid 40s.
I got. You know what? I'll see my 50s, and we'll see. Let's revisit it
Oh, my
when I'm
God.
50.
And it's
But
going to
you
help
know-
you as you get older, because as you get older, it's even harder to move around.
That's true.
Well, all I know is the chiropractor didn't do it for me. I'm going to get the lady to knead me today, and we're going to see.
Can you find
and
a
I might
better
ask her about
chiropractor,
yoga.
Mike?
I think it was just one shot. He got me out on the golf course the last time I went to him. I just I don't know. I'm feeling very conflicted today. Thank God that I sleep well at night. But other than that, it's tough. It's been very, very frustrating. So I got to check it out.
Mike, can we address? We just heard it, the Tony Perkins Show promo. You got a chance to hear episode 7, the one that just dropped this week.
I
Charlie
posted it
Gibson,
last night, and by the way, I remedial post the link 101.
I thought you did
know.
great.
Jesus, what did I put? 4 posts up before I got the link
And,
right?
and by the time you got it, you said, "I really think Yo should listen."
I know. I was so pissed off. I
could
kept
feel
putting
you. I could feel your anger 400 miles away.
I kept putting the link as the Tony Perkins Show, and it's not. It's Tony Perkins Show.
Right.
That's the link, and it links right through the More Network and our website, and it's right where we all are. And I was just so pissed at myself for doing that. But I was enthusiastic to post this after listening to this. Just an amazing example of what it is to be in this world and to exist in this world of broadcasting and do it with class and dignity. And I will tell you something, if you want a primer on how real men who respect each other conduct themselves and have all the fun in the world, poke fun at each other, give each other a hard time, but then really have nice things to say about working together and funny stories and interesting stories.
Yes.
And above that, a behind-the-scenes look at what it really means to be a network anchorman. I urge you, grab Tony Perkins' show this week, give it a listen, and listen to their interview with Charlie Gibson, the legendary ABC News anchor, who I was always a tremendous fan of, and I'm 10 times the fan I was after listening to him, and it's a shame because he's retired.
Yeah.
He's retired. You know why he's retired? Because he's a guy, probably has all the money he ever will need, but the fact is he also understands that it's not all that there is more to life.
He
and
talks
that, to me,
about that.
Oh, he does, and it informs him, and it informs his point of view, and it probably means that he was more. I don't know. I'm gushing because I have so much respect after listening to this interview with Tony and Gary Stein, and Oscar was there, and it was just that had to be an awful fun time being in the room.
Yeah, I would think so.
And by the way, Oscar has now horned his way into another podcast, ladies and gentlemen. So
it's a
because
team
I hear
effort.
the cackle,
I'm just there to help.
The man has an amazing level of energy, and he's everywhere. He's everywhere, baby. That's the way it is.
The Charlie Gibson interview runs about a half hour, would you say, roughly? And it is really cool because with him gone, he really is gone. And I think Tony said that he's done an occasional, like, commencement address or something like that.
Right.
But he's out.
But he's retired. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. He's grounded. You can hear that he's grounded, and you can hear. And that is something that I do this now because I love what I'm doing, and I also do this because I need to do this to make a living. I still need to have an income stream coming for the foreseeable future. That's why I do this. But I am not somebody who, if I was completely and totally comfortable, and I say got to the age of 65 or 70, that I wouldn't say, okay, because there is more to life. I mean, the things, and I just love how grounded he is. And you see people that are in the game of show too long, and they're always kind of tragic to me. It always seems like you're
yeah,
Jerry Lewis.
So true.
Well, yeah, Jerry Lewis is an ass.
Yeah,
everybody knows that. I don't care what he did for MDA. He's an ass.
I got a wonderful text. I know that Steve Bridges and I busted heads yesterday on the show about Jerry, and I just want folks to know, don't worry, we've sort of made up. I got a nice text from Steve yesterday that said, "I'm sorry that Jerry Lewis is a prick," and my reply was, Steve, I think we all are. So,
well, Rob, let's peel back this onion a little bit.
He stayed too long.
Let's peel back the onion. You have. I can't articulate it. Maybe you can do it better than I can. But let's use two examples. You love Elvis Presley.
Right.
But at the same time, you are completely and fully non-deluded about who Elvis Presley was.
Right.
And you appreciate the comedy of
his tragic life.
Figure.
Yeah, the comedy of his tragic life.
So you dig that, and then Jerry's the same thing. You love the telethon, and you watch it on TV. But you more than anybody know what a dick Jerry Lewis
absolutely.
is.
And it's almost like an unhealthy lady on cops relationship that I have with Jerry, because he keeps sucking me back in. Some of those telethons at the end, the last ones were just murder to get through. Really depressing. But I can sort of see that as a link to when they were a lot of fun and much more entertaining. And also, there's no denying what he did in his entertaining past, but it is, make no mistake, it is his past. So I can see him now as the miserable prick that he is.
But he always has been, though, Rob.
Yeah.
He always has been.
Yeah, but you know what?
If you read about Jerry Lewis, he has not treated people all that well most of his life.
There is some genius in there. There's just some really...
see, now that's where we part.
No, you got it. If you were to look at some of the stuff he did with
was an egomaniac.
But you know what? That is part of being a genius sometimes. I think
now you say genius
hand.
like the French. What
if nothing else, the fact that he invented the video playback
so he
for
could
film
see
direction,
himself.
so he could direct himself, so he could make motion pictures. But you know what? That he has changed the way filmmaking is done, because now even directors that don't direct themselves, they all use video assist. So you can see how the movie is made.
So you think because of that technological
that's only
advancement,
one thing.
that shows
not
that he
Steve
is.
Jobs, though.
He was the first person to really negotiate a contract with Paramount or with any company that in 25 years he got ownership of all his movies again. He was a very forward-thinking man. He has a lot of money, and there's a reason for it, because he's a smart businessman as well as an entertainer.
I could see that.
And also, if you
so
look
when
at
you
the
use
stats,
the word, hold on, but you throw the word out, genius. Since we're really getting into it right now,
right?
You throw the word, and I give you his body of work, and in my opinion, as someone who loves cinema and likes watching movies, I don't see a genius on screen when I watch any of Jerry Lewis's movies.
If
I
you
don't
were to
say
watch,
I see a great clown, a pretty good comic actor, terrific slapstick, but I put him, to put the word genius on that, I'm not sure.
One movie that I keep coming back to, and I wish you could somehow see it with a totally open mind, because I don't think you've got a sort of a coloration of what Jerry is in your head, and it's hard to shake that. I don't blame you for that, because he is a buffoon and a prick. But if you were to see the Nutty Professor, the original Nutty Professor, with a totally open mind, and see what he did and some of the darkness that's underlying there, and the use of color and the storytelling, and the fact that some people have theorized that his evil Buddy Love character is a characterization of Dean Martin, it's really kind of a deep film, and you can, look at it just on the surface, but it's a very, very good movie. And
do you really think he's that scary, brilliant, that he was really doing
he's
that?
not quite as brilliant as he will tell you he is. But I think, yes, I do think as far as working show business and advancing and doing what he did, I think he's a pretty brilliant guy.
You say if you interpret it a certain way, that's up to the audience to do
Sure.
that. But on the surface, if you're looking at the Nutty Professor, you're looking at a dumb little movie.
Not really.
You just,
not really. He did dumb movies. He did.
Oh
Boeing
God,
is a dumb movie.
The guy's
But
never
Nutty-
going to let it go, man.
But Nutty Professor is a brilliant picture. It really
Can we
is.
get back to Charlie briefly, please?
Yes, Charlie Gibson. Speaking of brilliant,
Hey,
Yes,
Tom.
please.
and Charlie Gibson is brilliant. What I loved about they're interviewing, and I'll tip my hand here, but Charlie talks about the death of Robin Roberts' father and how they all went down there. In fact, Tony brought it up, or did Charlie Gibson bring it up?
I think
forgot which
Tony
one.
brought up that they all flew down as a family. He was shocked by that.
Just a beautiful recollection of Charlie Gibson that just goes on and talks about her father and her mother, and the mother. It was the mother's funeral that they were going down to Mississippi for, and just listening to him with that incredible knowledge of his coworkers, and then hearing him just rattle off all the different issues of the day, because he's still extremely informed.
Sure.
I just had tremendous respect for the guy, and it was really a well-done interview, because Tony, you got Tony on one end and Charlie Gibson on the other side. You got class interviewing class, and Tony is a lot of things, but Tony Perkins is a classy guy. And yeah. Tony is my longest broadcasting friend. And there's a reason for that. I have a tremendous amount of admiration for him. And we have not been buddy-buddy, but we have maintained our contact since 1981. That's a long time. And I just love the fact that Tony and Gary Stein, and when Oscar's in there and Rofo's in there, that these guys have hit the ground running, and they're having a great time doing these podcasts. And I'm mentioning that for one reason and one reason only. I want the listeners that give us so much support, I want you to do me a favor and do yourself a favor.
True enough.
And check out that show, the Tony Perkins Show, because really it's deserving of your attention. It really is.
It is. It is a fast hour. They've got such a natural chemistry, and it's a lot of fun to listen to.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And we will have to continue this debate about Jerry Lewis being a genius.
Well, keep in mind, Mike, I have tickets to see him in a month and a half. So I'll be able to
see. Is he going to be? Is he live?
Well, that's the hope.
A stage show.
Yeah, it's going to be in Newport News, an evening with Jerry Lewis.
You are, the man will never have any savings.
Ask him how
spends
much.
It all.
Ask him how much tickets are.
How much did you pay for the tickets?
They were under $100.
Like 99.
But Mike. I think I'm in the fourth row.
Jesus.
And he'll be entertaining questions. Yeah!
Is there any way you can bring a recorder if you get any more access than you get?
100% chance.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I agree with you. He's a genius. I'll take it for this show. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for supporting our brand new advertiser, Harry's.com.
Yes.
So many of you are excited about this product, and so many of you are sending me pictures of the Harry's package when it arrives in your mailbox. We love it because razor blades are outrageously expensive, and that is until now. Harry's has solved that problem. Harry's.com makes their own blades. They bought their own factory in Germany. They've cut out the middleman, and they offer the best high-quality blades that respect your face and take care of your wallet at the same time.
Yepper.
They are, and we are not exaggerating here, about half the price of other big brand blades, and really, please check them out. They're worthwhile. Harry's starter set's an amazing deal. $15, you get a razor. You get moisturizing shave cream. You get 3 razor blades. They're brought right to your door. And, oh, did we mention, because they're so conscientious of their consumer, there's free shipping as well.
Of course.
Rob, did you send me my blades today?
You should get them today or tomorrow, I would think. Yeah.
That's awesome. Why are you paying $32 or more for an 8-pack of lousy blades when it's half that price at Harry's? On average, you could save $150 a year just by using Harry's instead of other inferior blades. Experience a clean, close, comfortable shave today with Harry's. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Go to Harry's.com now, and Harry's will give you $5 off your first purchase. Just type in our code TMOS. That's HARRYS.com and enter the coupon code TMOS and check it out for this limited time offer. Start shaving better today. We love Harry's, and thanks for all your support with that.
Did you see the picture this week that the guy gave his kid Harry's for his birthday? His first shave was with a Harry's blade. And I said, that poor kid, he's going to be spoiled. He's never going to know what a bad razor is.
It is so much fun to have a wonderful, wonderful new client on that we believe in and that people are getting a benefit out of. And really, you guys are great. That's the partnership we have with our listeners. We truly, we really appreciate it. Yesterday, I did say that I was going to try to go see Guardians of the Galaxy. I make no excuses. The first showing of it was going to be at 4:15 down here in Florida. Mrs. O'Mara and I were
and that's
were
dinner
out
time,
and about
right?
with the baby. Yes, unfortunately, I got the doe puppy dog eyes that 5:30 would be dinner time, and I would be missing that. And so I said, well, how about I go to the 7:30 show? And then after we had Din Din, Mrs. O'Mara looked at me and said, so what time's your movie? And I went, it's 7:30.
And you know what? She made
It's gonna be like
with
bedtime before I get out.
Mike, she actually ruined it by saying, "What time is your movie?"
What
Isn't
time
that
is
sort of
she's not going with me.
So
Well,
it is, you know.
Here it is. I mean, I have gone to many films by myself. I don't mind doing it, but the fact is that I still can't. But I haven't even seen a trailer for it. I haven't even seen
Don't see
a trailer
for
Just
it. Go. The way I look
it's
at it
a
is
superhero
there
movie.
are
It's like the
movies
last kind of movie I like.
don't want to see, and I go to see just so I know what's out there. That's the way I look at it.
Now look, you're preaching to the choir here. I am somebody who believes that you should experience as much pop culture as you can when you do what we do for a living. However, it's just I heard Guardians of the Galaxy, and I thought Batman, Superman, Man, yes,
Mike, you know what?
This man, incredible.
I might really
blah,
regret
blah,
this,
blah.
but I will say this. When you started that list of superheroes, Max started shaking his head. So let me ask, and
I'm sure he's gone to see it probably 8 times.
Mac, how many times have you seen it?
Twice.
Okay. And what is Mike
Wait,
missing
hold
out on?
Hold on. Ask again, and I will do my experience, my impression of Mac.
All
right, go ahead.
Hey, Mac, how many times have you seen it?
Twice.
Project your voice.
I'm going to need you to speak up a little bit with the enthusiasm that you
this
have
time
for the
you will
film.
be. Wait, lean into the camera. I want to see your face. All right. Before you'll
there
have
he
to go
is.
off camera to do that.
There
Where
he
is he?
is.
No, even further
Come
over.
on over here. Sit on my
Even
lap.
further over. Yes. Yeah, that'd be better if he moves the microphone over to where Oscar
Yeah,
is.
come on
there.
over here.
Sure.
Come on, move, please. I
right
want to
right
see
there.
his
And
Right
don't
there,
stand.
right
Whatever
there.
you do, don't
No,
stand.
I still can't see him.
That's as
I
good
can't
as it
see
gets, Mike Ross. He's gonna break down the
There.
broadcast.
Hi. How are you? Hi.
Good,
How are you?
good. How are you?
Okay, I need you to project
Okay.
more than you've ever projected.
Got
okay?
it.
Go ahead, Rob.
Okay. How many times have you seen the movie?
I've seen the movie 2 times.
All right. Is there a
Are you
way?
doing a DJ voice? I've seen the movie 2 times.
I have seen the movie 2 times.
It was the most fantastic cinematic experience I've ever enjoyed.
I saw a fox talking.
It was incredible.
Can you, in one rambling sentence, explain why it is important for Mike to see this movie? And it's okay if you say no.
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's just a good movie.
Okay. Why is it good?
It's just got a good story.
Okay, it's just got a good story.
It's heartfelt. It's original.
Why
it's
is
fun.
it? What makes it original? And let's see if we can make him do this.
Okay.
What makes it original? Why is it different than the other superhero movies?
Well, because they don't really have superpowers.
Aha.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, so what separates them?
I mean, they're aliens, most of them, except for one human. But I mean,
Who are the characters? Give me the Guardians. I want to know.
Okay.
Can you enumerate the Guardians?
Groot.
Yeah, there's Groot, the
Oh,
giant
that's the tree,
Yeah,
right?
And Mike, all he says is, "I am Groot."
Yes.
Hey. You think that's all he says?
Well, that's sort of his, that's his thing. That's
no,
his
it's
thing.
not his thing. You jerk.
There's Star-Lord.
What planet does Groot come from?
I don't think he comes from a planet.
No, he comes from Groot Britain.
No, they don't get that deep. They don't get that deep.
He'll be starring in that sequel, the Groot. Forget it. The Groot Escape.
Also very good. He was also in that Alex Haley book, Groot's.
There's Star-Lord, he mentioned.
Yeah, Star-Lord, the human.
Star-Lord. Nothing but Star-Lord. Okay.
And there's a Rocket, the raccoon. The talking raccoon. He's
stepped into his room only to find Gideon's Bible.
Now, when we first heard of this movie, Oscar said you're going to love it. There's a fox in it.
Yeah, I thought
but
that was
it's a
It's a
raccoon,
raccoon,
right?
yes.
And he has trouble speaking, right? So
No.
he's sort of he misspeaks.
You have no idea.
No.
I've seen a clip.
I've seen a clip. He hasn't seen the movie.
Of course not.
He speaks perfectly.
Yeah, he
Okay.
speaks
Yeah.
perfectly.
And
Making
then
things up.
I don't remember the
In the clip, he did not speak perfectly.
and I don't remember the green girl, but I know she's the adopted daughter of Thanos, like the biggest baddest.
Thanos.
He's the biggest baddest villain in all of Marvel.
Okay, is this really your best sell job?
Mike, can you please go and then you can
Hold on,
affirm
I'm just bringing it up here. Hold on.
or say you guys were all wrong about this. And again, go in there with whatever attitude you have. Just enjoy it.
He needs to see it with an open mind, the way he needs to see the Nutty Professor, right?
Oh, no.
Because he's already predisposed. No, agree. This is where we've got
The
common
Nutty
ground.
Professor.
He's already determined he doesn't like this movie. So if he goes, he must go with an open mind, right?
He's got to try.
Hold on, I'm watching the trailer right now.
This will be good.
Hold on, let's see. I'm sorry for all those listening to it, but I have to do it. I'm just taking a peek right now.
That's three months later.
All right. Yeah, 3 months. I know I'm behind the curve.
You know what I see? Losers.
CGI. You know what?
I mean, like, folks who have lost stuff. Their homes,
I mean, like folks who have lost stuff. Okay, I know what the audience is they're going for. I mean, I know that.
their families.
Who's the actor? Who's the main
Did you like
lead?
Back to the Future?
Yeah, it's all right.
No,
I
you
like
know
the
what?
ride.
Never mind. Don't go.
I like the
And
ride.
don't go.
The actor is Chris Pratt.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I like Chris Pratt a lot. I like Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Settle down
Look
there,
at that
Tiger.
disappointment.
I
Oh,
like
really?
Chris Pratt a lot.
I do. It's terrific. It looks like a beautiful film visually.
It
Oh,
is
yeah.
gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
All right, I'll go see it. I'll go see it today.
All right.
And can you take? No, Pony's weighing in now.
Oh, here we
It's
go.
hilarious.
Now, here we go. How many
I was
martinis do you give it?
I give it all of them. All four.
All four of your thumbs?
That's right.
I
It
was so
hilarious.
close yesterday. I was so close to going yesterday.
You'll enjoy the break from the real world. It's nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna get my rub down and then I'm gonna go see it.
If they replace Siskel and Ebert with Mac and Pony,
It'd be great.
Yeah. Hey, look at the career of BDK. If he can make it,
tell me about
I
it.
mean, look what that man has become,
But
right?
the magic would be these two together when Max says, well, they're not really superheroes. I give it all the martinis. Good night.
4 martini. And you could say it's a 4 martini lunch. Yes, sir. Way to go. All right, I'll go see it. It looks visually stunning. It does look visually stunning. So what the heck? I'll give it a go, and I will give you my unvarnished opinion after 4 months of Blockbuster. I mean, everybody's already seen it this summer, but the summer is almost officially over, and so I might as well see the definitive summer blockbuster.
That's fair.
With one thing, I'm not putting any conditions on this, but I sure hope when Unbroken, the Louis Zamperini story
Yes.
comes
Well,
out,
I'll go,
the
absolutely.
Angelina Jolie film, I hope you both
I'll
go
go
see
weekend,
that.
opening weekend.
And maybe we'll all be together at that point. Maybe it'll be one of those times I'm in D.C. and we could do a group view because Carla doesn't like to go to the movies.
Or if we could all go at the same time all around the country, we could just FaceTime.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
We'd have
Yeah,
to
when we're
find
not on the
screenings at
show.
the same
We
time.
call each other right before we walk in.
That's right.
And
Right.
then we call each other right when it ends.
That's right. We Bluetooth that bitch.
Don't we technically FaceTime every effing day of the week?
Yeah,
Anyway,
but not during a movie.
thank you, Rob. Now, moving right along, I want to give a thumbs up. I put down the Today Show quite often. Today, thumbs up to the producers at the Today Show. Way to lead, not with the horrible ISIS murder, but with the Ebola cure. The doctor that was cured that had Ebola. I thought that was I love seeing that, because that, to me, is what we should focus on and pay attention to. You don't ignore the bad guys, especially when they're committing atrocities all around the world. But it's nice to see the guy that gets the #1 camera time is this brave doctor that went into the middle of one of the most dangerous and deadly infectious diseases in the world and came out on the other side and was cured. I thought that made me, as much as yesterday I was so down on humanity, when you see the brutality of what these so-called religious people are doing to Americans, and then to see this today, it was terrific. Regarding the aforementioned ISIS problem that we have, a lot of people are talking about we need to be more decisive, we need to do this. I think that I've been giving it an awful lot of thought, and I'll tell you two things, and they might be conflicting things. I think, number one, ultimately to really take care of this, we do have to eradicate a lot of these people. We have to really get into these cells, and we have to eradicate this way of thinking, because these people are bent on destroying anyone that does not believe what they don't believe. So that's most of the population of the world, people. That's the way that works. Secondly, I think that I've come around on all the people that were yelling about Barack Obama not being decisive enough and not saying they had a strategy. Well, the fact is, you put boots on the ground and you're into a situation without proper thought that could result in more tragedy for American servicemen.
True.
So I thought about this, and I'm kind of joking but kind of being serious at the same time. My military strategy, and I'm not a military mind, but I would say, how about you never let them have a good night's sleep? And when I say that, I mean we have some of the finest special operations people in the world.
Oh, yeah.
We have the best trained, the bravest, the best. These guys that live for this. There's your average serviceman and woman, and then there's your special forces person, your Navy SEALs, your Green Berets, your people that not only are in the military, but they take it to the next level where they're super patriots, most of these people, and they want to get into the fight, and they want to do that over there. And I think if you surgically place these people in and out with attack and extraction look, it's never going to be risk-free, but in a situation where you could go in, and you're not going to get them all, but you go in and you do this, guys, where these people that are obviously camped out all over Syria and Iraq are really on edge, because it's not just the fact that they can hide from an airstrike, but then they never know when we're going to have one of those quick attack forces and come in and get them. I don't know. It might be oversimplifying things, but I'm thinking to myself that
the idea of not letting them ever get comfortable or rest easy or have a good night's sleep, as you said, even an airstrike that's close to where you're hiding out is enough to make you pretty nervous.
But the fact is, if you did it, and it wouldn't have to be the target that we expect it to be, you know what I mean, where they've got somebody held hostage, or it's a key point, and you knock 3 of these guys out. You go in with a helicopter, you park 10 miles down the road, you do the hike through the enemy territory, you get in. Now, does it sound easy for you to say, Mike? No, I'm just thinking, I think we have to do more than just airstrikes, and I think we have to do, first of all, airstrikes in Syria where these people live, and then we also have to disrupt them in whatever way we can. And we've got these people that are trained, and I think we need to utilize our fighting force that way without sending wholesale battalions in there that only serve to be a target for IEDs. That's just my opinion. I just thought I'd throw it out there, even though I have no military mind whatsoever.
You know what I wish, and I agree with you to a certain extent. This is the first time I think we're agreeing, where you just got to minimize the amount of troops that are in and occupy.
Absolutely.
And if it's surgical, maybe it's easier, but there is a lot of risk involved.
There is risk involved.
I wish and this is a whole different view of things, but I wish the people that found all those naked celebrity pictures on the iCloud and on people's phones use that power to eradicate the finances of this group.
Oh,
if
amen.
they
And you know
did
what?
that,
It could be done.
A lot of
It
people
could be
are.
done.
They could do that. That
Or
would
try
be,
to track down where that guy was executed in the
or
desert.
use
too.
those powers. Look,
Right.
thank you for the Kate Upton picks. I can't thank you enough. I mean, I may have looked at them yesterday again, but I'll say this. Do that. We can all hate ISIS together.
Yeah, it's
you
true.
know what I mean? Come
All right,
on.
so
And
see,
if-
we both
if
come up
there's
with a couple of good ideas. We can knock the
Yeah.
guys out.
Oftentimes the truth is in the middle, Mike. What if they just publish nude pictures of the people in ISIS?
There you
Because
go.
then they're going to be embarrassed.
Way to button it all up for
I
us,
think
Rob. We'll
so.
take a break. When we come back, it's news you may not need on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hello, this is Matt Bloom. You know, Pony Boy. We wanted to bring some sizzle to the Thursday mailbag. So they brought me in, Mr. Excitement, to really get you guys riled up. If you want to get in on the red hot action, just send an email to rob@mikeomarashow.com. That's Rob with 2 B's. Or if you like mail, P.O. Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia 20177. I hate mail. It's too slow. I crave action. So if you have a question or comment, send it along. And now, time for a nap.
There you go. Way to go, Pony. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Encore. You need life insurance. There are no two ways about it. But you owe it to yourself and your family. You haven't bought it, right? You haven't. Why? I ask you, why? Why? No more excuses. Today's the day. And luckily, Encore can make it easy and economical for you. Encore surveys the most highly rated companies in the insurance industry. They compare premiums. It's the fastest and easiest way to get the life insurance you need. Encore does the work so you don't have to. No obligation, no salesman, and it's free. Just call toll-free 866-347-5748. They'll give you a free life insurance quote, or you can visit smartterm.com. That's SMARTTERM.com. That's where you'll find the license disclaimer and quality customer service. Encore Insurance Services, LLC. Check them out as a favor to us, but mostly for yourself, and do it today.
From around the globe, across the nation, and looking through your neighbor's window, the Mike O'Mara Show now presents News You May Not Need. A comprehensive look at the stories you may or may not be talking about during your daily activity. And now, News You May Not Need.
All right, Oscar was just referencing it at the end of that last segment, but hackers have gained access to leaked nude photos purporting to be dozens of A-list celebrities, and they used an all-too-common tactic, according to Apple. This is the quote from Apple. After more than 40 hours of investigation, we have discovered that certain celebrity accounts were compromised by a very targeted attack on usernames, passwords, and security questions, a practice that has become all too common on the Internet. Apple said that in a statement today. The targeted celebrities include Jennifer Lawrence, Kate Upton, and their purported photos were leaked online late Sunday to the home of Oscar Santana.
All you need to know, Mike, is Kate Upton's mom's maiden name, and boom, you're in.
Stumbled on them again yesterday by accident.
It was a
Apple
horrible
said
series
it is
of accidents.
continuing to work with law enforcement to help identify the criminals involved. The FBI said on Monday it is aware that someone has leaked nude photos. Apple immediately released a statement saying it takes any breach of user privacy seriously and would actively investigate the report. So I don't know what that says, but it kind of says they did it the old-fashioned way. And there's
Yeah,
really
where you're
nothing
like,
that
hey,
they...
you got to reset your password, and then boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
You
Right.
do it, and you can get it to somebody.
Justin Bieber has had another run-in with the law. The singer was arrested August 29th in his native Canada.
You never miss a story, do you, Mike?
I think I'm consistent. I think I've got them all. According to the Ontario Provincial Police, Bieber allegedly collided with a minivan while driving an all-terrain vehicle. He is such a little Nimrod. He was charged with dangerous driving and assault. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez's peaceful retreat in Stratford this weekend was unfortunately disrupted by the unwelcome presence of the paparazzi.
Oh, poor Selena Gomez.
Yeah, so anyway, that's according to Bieber's lawyer. Oh, God. The same day, the singer was photographed riding on an ATV with his off-again, on-again girlfriend, Selena Gomez, was the day that he got apparently in this altercation with the photogs. So
He's going to
who
need a hit
cares?
sometime soon, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah,
while.
well, he's too busy being an a-hole. Anyway, speaking of a-holes, Britney Spears spent in
full-time job,
excess
Mike.
of $30,000 on her 2 dogs.
But she's got those German Shepherds, right? Or those little guys?
The filing reveals that the pop star bought a Maltese in January. God, for $5,568.
Oh, I could have gotten that dog for $4,000.
She bought a Yorkie that same July. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
The Yorkie, $8,212.
Oh, you know, Linus cost a fraction of that.
Who are the people selling these dogs? Get me into that
That is
racket.
a
Tell me
racket.
about it, yeah.
Spears shelled out $1,585 on clothing for the pets and $5,205. Yeah.
I mean, really, we're going to just let that slide by? She bought clothing for the
I
pets?
saw this little boutique in Beverly Hills.
Yes.
That looked like a high line, I S you not, like a Louis Vuitton store. And I was walking by, I was like, oh, I've never heard of that store before. It's all dog S, like dog shirts, dog like collars, tech vests, all things that you never think about for little dogs.
Wow. She spent $5,000 on dog sitters. Her total expenditures on the dogs have totaled $31,234.15, according to the documents. So way to go, Brittany. Good stuff with your dogs. And not to mention how much she paid for the dogs' fraps.
Yeah, gooey
Those
fraps,
little
Mike.
Gooey fraps.
Where does she get her money anymore?
And that Vegas show, I guess.
I suppose.
Oh, yeah. He's got a ton of money for that.
Yeah.
Chris Brown has pleaded guilty to misdemeanor assault stemming from the altercation that he had in D.C. He was sentenced to time served after having been jailed for 2 days in the case, and he's also been ordered to pay $150 in court costs. The 25-year-old singer and his bodyguard were arrested and charged with felony assault on October 27th. So that's
it?
about
That took
Chris Brown.
so long for
That's
that?
it.
Oh,
Doesn't seem valid, does it?
man.
And the fines and all that probably paid a lot more money in legal expenses. David Arquette has made it official, boys. You should be happy to know this, Oscar. You were just out there. He's adding Hollywood's famous Crazy Girls strip club to his portfolio.
He got the deal. Good for him.
Yeah, good
A
for him.
$1.5 million purchase. David's been in negotiations to buy the classic club for the last 3 weeks. The former owners wanted 1.7. He got it for 1.5. However, David held firm, and that's why he got it. We're told David plans to completely remodel the club in order to create an upscale burlesque show with an old school Hollywood feel.
What he's doing,
I
Oscar,
can't wait.
he's making good use of that Dewey money he got from I Know What You Did Last Summer or Scream or whatever the movie is that he played Dewey.
It's got to
Dewey.
be generational wealth that's keeping him going.
Oh,
like
yeah,
this.
well, you know,
Gotta be.
remember, Mike, I believe it was his uncle who was the bottom left square. Cliff Arquette, Charlie Weaver.
Cliff Arquette.
Yeah.
Wow. Cliff Arquette, so he's related to Charlie Weaver.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right. Showbiz family. The U.S. is finally getting one of the world's most popular hangover cures. Have you heard of this, boys? It's called
I have.
Barocca. Berocca. That's sold as a hangover cure in a lot of countries overseas. Apparently, people swear by it. Now we're finally going to get to see what the hype is about. Bayer has decided to start selling Barocca in the U.S., and it's hitting the shelves at stores like Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, and Target, and doing it right now. I will expect a full report from you gentlemen.
Boy, Mike, you picked the wrong time to quit drinking.
I know.
We're finally getting our Barocca.
It's finally here.
Yeah.
They're little orange-flavored tablets filled with vitamins, zinc, and caffeine
King
that
vitamin.
dissolve in water. It's basically just like Emergen C, only it's specifically for curing hangovers.
All right.
Bayer said they decided to start selling it in the U.S. now because, quote, it was the right time and the right moment. Whatever that means.
You know what?
That's
The
they
best
said.
hangover cure, and I don't know if it's still operating in Vegas, is the mobile nurse lounge
where they
that
do the
actually
IV?
picks you up and actually gives you saline.
Yeah.
Because that's the way to cure a hangover. I would
yeah.
love to try that.
I'll
Right
try
now.
anything in my day. Yeah. Try it right now, Rob. Here's a little something for you boys. 25-year-old Christina Schlegel.
Hi, Christina Schlegel.
She's from Orem, Utah. She went to a Zales jewelry store with her boyfriend over the weekend, and they stole a ring worth several $1,000s. And when a mall security guard chased them, Christina swallowed the ring. But the cops caught up with her a few minutes later and arrested both of them. They're now both in jail, and the cops are playing a waiting game
Oh, I guess so.
until the ring passes through Christina. But there is a twist to this story.
Oh.
Craig Martinez is a spokesman for the Orem police, and he says, this is a quote, "We don't get paid enough to dig through people's bowel movements."
How many times have you said that, Mike?
So Christina has to sift through her own poo to find the ring. Yep. She is in a cell with a toilet that doesn't flush. And when she's done using it, she has to go on a treasure hunt for the ring.
Oh, God.
That's bad.
She and her boyfriend are both facing felony theft charges. Hopefully, Christina has good eyesight, strong stomach, and a big bottle of hand sanitizer. There you go, darling.
God.
I got it.
Mike,
my body.
there is one piece of good news.
Yes.
For the first time in her life, she stopped biting her nails.
There you go. Bada bing. The classic sift through the poop joke from Rob Spiewak. We'll take a break and come back with the audio vault with Rob without his iPads. Let's see how that goes today.
We'll try.
On the Mike O'Mara Show. We'll be right back.
Do you love your iPhone? Do you love your iPad? Do you love your Android? Do you love
Hey, it's the updated one.
It's a new one. Did you program the TRS-80? Do you love technology? We all do. And more importantly, do you love entertainment? Yes. And if you do all those and above, or whatever I'm trying to say, you should listen to Tech 411.
worst.
That's right, Tech 411 show with Oscar Santana and
Tech 411.
Todd Moore. The show is great.
More broadcasting.
Show is
For
great.
more
The promos
information,
are
visit
horrible.
us at morebroadcasting.com.
You know what, Mike? I want to do something I've never done before. If it's cool with you, Oscar, how about some new promos?
Working on it. Working on it. Working on it.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Ever since I started my workout routine, you know I put my back on the fritz, and even when I overdo it, I never worry when I go to sleep because I've got the Sleep Number bed. That's the truth.
That is.
No matter how I feel at bedtime, I still fall asleep faster, sleep better, and wake up feeling like $1,000,000. On this particular day, I really didn't want to get out of that bed. You got to check out the Sleep Number dual air technology for custom firmness and Sleep IQ technology that helps track your sleep. It uses sensors to track and optimize your sleep. There's nothing to wear, nothing to turn on. You just sleep and let Sleep IQ technology give you the best night's sleep ever. It's the smartest bed in the world, and you'll wonder how you slept without it. My Sleep Number setting's an 80. Carlos is an 85. There's only one place in the world to find the Sleep Number store, the Sleep Number bed with Sleep IQ technology, and that is a Sleep Number store. We are in the final days of the biggest sale of the year. All beds are on sale, starting at $599.99. Act now. The sale ends Sunday. No better sleep. Find your Sleep Number setting today at any of the 450 Sleep Number stores nationwide. Find one near you by calling 800-511-0061. And don't forget to tell them that Mike O'Mara sent you. Let's open up the audio vault for Wednesday, September 3, 2014. And now a man who will be going into all sorts of contortionist positions trying to get his vault items out there. Go ahead, Rob Spiewak.
We're going to do our best. Mike, what is your opinion of the man who is really sort of been absent lately, Mike Myers? Remember, he used to be a real big deal. He was hot. How do you feel about Mike Myers?
I like the original Austin Powers. I think that Mike Myers is a good guy. I think he's one of the good guys in show business, but I think really the Austin Powers franchise got watered down after he did the sequels, but he makes me laugh. He's capable of making me laugh, and I think he's capable of doing big things.
Very creative, and I really enjoyed this little excerpt from an interview. Apparently, when he was just getting started and he was doing Wayne's World, even then he had such respect for what he wanted to do that he was ready to make a fist. I like this little story.
I am a quality control person of stuff that I've created, and I fight for the fresh. So to give an example of something that I fought very, very hard for was Bohemian Rhapsody in Wayne's World. They wanted Guns N' Roses. And Guns N' Roses were very, very popular. They were fantastic. At that time, Queen had, they were somewhat, not by me, of course, and by true hardcore music fans, but the public had sort of forgotten about him a little bit. But I always loved Bohemian Rhapsody. I thought it was a masterpiece. And so I fought really, really hard for it. And at one point I said to everybody, well, I'm out. I don't want to make this movie. It's not Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, my God.
And they were like, who the are you? I said, I'm somebody that wants to do that movie. That's the movie I want to do. And the song went to #1 again.
Isn't that great?
I love that story. Good.
Yeah, I
and
like
that is the whole temperamental artist thing where, it pays off. And if you just say F it, sometimes that doesn't work out.
At 7 o'clock last night, Mike, did you hear everyone in America say, who's that? Because,
no, I did not.
It was the premiere of the new ABC World News with David Muir, and I know you like TV themes as I do. Here's how the show opened.
From ABC News World Headquarters, this is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Who?
He was on Nightline, David.
All I know is that, Diane Sawyer, as Tony will tell you, and Charlie Gibson probably tell you the same thing, she was a presence that's larger than life.
Oh,
and
yes.
Even though she's not passed away, I'm sure that those hallways will have her apparition in them for time to come. And, you'll always have her ghost floating around the set with Mr. Muir.
Egads. Oh, the ghost and Mrs.
The ghost of Mr. Muir. I'm sorry.
I'm with you.
Couldn't help it. Long way to go.
Thought you were really doing a real thing.
No, I wasn't. No, it's the ghost and Mr. Muir.
Oscar, do you love pop singer Ariana Grande?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was. I think she was on the kids show Victorious.
I don't
And
know about that.
She
but
was,
she was
on
definitely on the VMAs.
She was on a kids
with
show.
Dad
She's
ass.
Very hot with dad ass. And
Dad ass!
She got a couple great records. That
My
are out there.
anaconda don't. I'm sorry, I won't.
Well, she probably has an ass that you guys would. Well, I don't know if you're not into big asses, but she's got a nice little like small
It's
ass.
a fine ass.
Yeah,
It's a
good.
fine
It
ass.
ain't got buns, hon.
She was on the Today Show last week, and another person who's got a great ass, Mike Tamron Hall. And I think that's one of the reasons the Today Show has been better the last couple weeks is that Tamron Hall has been sitting in for Savannah Guthrie.
You know, Tamron Hall
is very
although
good.
She's a little too perky for my taste, but I believe Tamron Hall is a tremendous upgrade from Savannah Guthrie.
I agree. I think she's
mean,
great.
she is a
This is
television
what-
personality.
This is why people kill themselves in network television because they can't even go on paternity leave. They can't even leave
Maternity
for
leave,
whatever.
not
They
paternity
can't
leave.
even
Maternity
Well, she
leave.
should have gone as on Ann Curry leave, which is just gone. Because
Yeah.
I don't care that she has a baby. I mean, bless her and her husband and her child. They're great, but I don't like her. So I mean, it has nothing to do with
She's
the child.
leaving for
Rob
a
and I
month.
are.
A
You have to
month for
realize,
the baby.
Oscar.
That's it.
Rob and I watch the Today Show unlike anybody else. We are lifers with the Today Show. We really have. As much as we bitch about it, we never leave it because we're creatures of habit with it. And Tamron Hall is look. What are they other than to be people that are pleasant to watch on television?
That's it.
And
They
I
are
think
news
that
readers.
if they are good at reading the news and they're good on their feet, which Tamron Hall is, and then everything else is equal, and then it comes right down to easy on the eye.
I bet
mean,
she's pretty good off her feet too, if you know what I'm saying. Am I
Now
right,
you've just,
ladies?
Now you've gone down the sexist
I've
highway.
gone too
and
far.
I can't recover from that.
The thing is that Tamron Hall was on Bear Grylls' new show where they go out and they have to survive together. And they
Yeah.
were showing a clip of it, and there was a great shot of Tamron from behind. And
Really?
I don't think they knew that the mic was on this pop singer, Ariana Grande, and she piped in with some pretty high praise.
You're doing great, Tamron. It's very strong.
Yeah, booty though.
Ariana Grande saying what we were thinking. I love you.
That booty though.
That booty though.
You look so cute and so.
What is she saying? That booty?
She's saying, when they had a shot of
Look at
Tamron's
that
ass, and
booty.
she said, "That booty, yo."
Can I hear that again,
You
please?
can,
That booty,
absolutely.
yo.
That booty, yo.
You're doing great, Tamron. It's very strong.
That booty though.
They probably cut in and she was saying, "Look at that booty, though."
Yeah.
You know?
Ariana Grande saying what we were thinking.
Who is she on the Today Show?
Yes, because she did her 2 songs out on the plaza.
That
and they
booty,
had it,
yo.
and that booty though. It was so great, so cool. Mike, you know what? We are all crippled by social media, but it's going to be okay because Dr. Miley Cyrus says that actually there's a better alternative. Instead, we should be smoking pot.
I was brought up in the way that we never thought marijuana was bad. And so, I don't promote it in my songs, say it, and whatever, but it's not like I'm sitting around telling a bunch of kids to do a bunch of drugs.
Does it ever bother you that drugs could hurt your brain?
Do you know how much hurts your brain? You know what hurts your brain? Googling yourself. You know what hurts your brain? Instagram. You know what hurts your brain? Sitting there reading comments on Facebook. I mean, I have a 14-year-old sister, and I go through her comments, and people are calling her a slut, and that's a 14-year-old. And so I think that's hurting your brain.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
She
you got it all figured out,
What is
don't
she
you, stage kid?
Talking about
She is
Jesus.
so smart.
She's a pothead.
Oh no.
Miley's a pothead. Now it all kind of makes sense.
She sounds like she's high in that.
Makes sense
Yeah,
there,
she
doesn't it?
does. Yeah.
And I told my friends in there, and I round your brain. I said, "Get past the blunt, give me the doobie." And look, I've been psychologically addicted since I was 13, but you know.
I love her voice too. It's like, I was always raised in an environment that said pot wasn't so bad.
So does that mean like Billy Ray
Yeah,
is
that achy breaky heart.
sparking up before the
My achy breaky bong.
Yeah.
You take my heart, Miley. Miley, you got where's my bag of weed? Miley.
And Oscar's got to be excited with the announcement of the new iPhone coming out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so look forward to that, Mike.
Apple is believed to be partnering with American Express on a new mobile payment system that would replace carrying credit cards around. That way, You can lose your naked pictures and all your money in one easy step.
So that's the technology we have to look forward to. That's your magic audio vault.
Very
Have
good,
a great
Rob. You pulled
Wednesday,
it off.
everybody. Yeah,
Way to go.
all smoke and mirrors, Mike.
That's it. We got to get out of here. So long, everybody. That concludes our broadcast today. But remember, dry your eyes not to buy. It's just so long.
That was a good read.
Like to have a letter up.
You sound like Mac.
Like to have a letter on the mailbag? Drop Rob a line. The Jolly One, Rob at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Remember, the official TMOS e-voice line remains open at 800-440-8167. And if you'd like to send it snail mail, it's TMOS, P.O. Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia, 20177. And hey, Dirk Vastrick, I want to say thank you personally. Nobody knows what that's about, but I will. You're a good guy, Dirk.
He's a great guy.
He's a great. Oh, you had to go there. You had to steal
I'm
my
just
fire.
agreeing with
As
you.
per you, he's a super deluxe great
He's
guy.
a fabulous guy.
He's a better than fabulous guy. Last word. Goodbye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.